Hi everyone. I have a short sun salutation chair yoga flow for you today. Today you can also notice I have some blocks. If you have some blocks handy, you can place your blocks just at the tallest setting on the outside of your left and right foot. And we'll get started by starting in our mountain pose. Your hands will just gently pause on those thighs. Your feet are firmly planted into the floor beneath you. You have that 90-degree angle with those legs. Shoulders are nice and soft. Crown of your head is reaching up towards the ceiling above you. We'll get started as we sweep those arms out and up overhead. With a nice big inhale, your gaze follows those fingertips. Your palms are going to draw together. Lower those palms down to your heart center. From here, you're going to lower your belly to your thighs as you exhale. Now your option here, maybe your palms rest on those blocks. Or maybe your palms lower all the way to a floor for a forward fold. Just allowing your head and neck to hang heavy here. Taking a moment, taking a pause. Then you're going to float your hands right above your knees. You're going to gently lift your chest, keeping your elbows close to that side body. Kind of imagine you're showing someone a necklace. This is your baby cobra. You're going to exhale, melt all the way back down for a forward fold. Maybe your hands land on the blocks, or maybe down to the floor. You're going to slowly rise back up to your mountain. Pausing in your mountain. Pausing for a breath here. We're going to repeat as we continue to add on. Sweep those arms out of overhead. Gaze follows those fingertips. Draw those palms together. Lower those palms down to heart center. You're going to lower your belly to your thighs for a forward fold. Option for your hands to land on those blocks, or maybe down to that floor for a forward fold. You're going to float those hands above your knees, keeping those elbows close to your side body. Gently lifting that chest for your baby cobra. Now option here to add on, you straighten those arms a little bit longer for your full cobra. And then gently melting down for your forward fold. Slowly rising back up to your mountain. Pausing here in your mountain, finding your breath. Nice tall spine. Sweep those arms out and up overhead, those palms touch. Draw those palms down to heart center. Belly to thighs as you forward fold. Hands land on those blocks, or maybe all the way down to the floor for a forward fold. Pausing here for a breath. And then those hands float above those knees, elbows close to that side body. Maybe you take that baby cobra. Maybe you straighten your arms for that full cobra. Or maybe you send your arms out to the side. The palms are facing in towards your body for a locust. You're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice. And then slowly melting down to the floor. Rising up to your mountain. Excellent. We're going to keep adding on. You're going to sweep those arms out and up overhead. Palms touch. Draw those palms down. Belly to thighs as you forward fold, finding the blocks or down to the floor. Your hands will float above those knees, finding that low back stretch. Maybe your low cobra, maybe that high cobra, maybe your locust. Melting down for that forward fold. This time you're going to interlace your fingertips. You're going to clasp that right shin. You're going to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Just finding a little pause here. Now when you arrive here, maybe you circle out that ankle, any direction. Maybe you open and close those toes. Just creating a little bit of mobility in your ankle here. Just finding the pause. And then from here, we're going to slowly lower our hands down to the side of the chair. You can always just take a gentle grip to the side of the chair. That right knee is still floating. You're going to pulse that right knee for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Pause here at the top. And then you're going to send that right leg forward as if you're pressing something away, flexing that right ankle. And then you're going to draw it in. 4 more, just like that. Extend. Draw it in for 3, for 2, draw it in, and for 1. Final movement here, we're going to pulse your right leg for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly bending that right knee, lowering that right foot. Pausing in your mountain, palms land on those thighs. Finding a little rest, finding a little pause. Final side here in a sun salutation flow. Sweep those arms out and up overhead. Your gaze follows those fingertips, palms draw together. Lower those palms down to heart center. Belly to thighs as you forward fold. Hands on those blocks or down to the floor. Your hands will float right above those knees, finding that low cobra, high cobra, or option for that locust. Just find what feels comfy for you. And then gently forward fold back down to those legs. You're going to clasp that left shin this time with those palms. Slowly draw that left knee in towards your chest. Just find a little pause here. Circling out that ankle if that feels right for you today. Opening and closing your toes. Nice. Then finding the pause, your left knee still floating. You're going to lower those hands just to the side of the chair. They can rest on the chair. They can kind of gentle grasp, or maybe your hands are just hanging down at the side. You're going to pulse your left knee for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. You're going to extend that left leg, flex that ankle, draw it in. 4 more, extend, draw it in. And 3 more, draw it in. 2 more. Draw it in. Final time, extend that leg, pause here, pulse for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly bending the knee, lowering that left foot, your hands lower down to your thighs. Pausing your mountain. Just gentle sweep those arms out and up overhead. And then exhale, lowering those palms down to your thighs. Pausing. Finalizing this energizing sun salutation chair yoga flow.